Hey everyone, now for part 2 of my interview with Debbie Martine of Martine's Dream. Enjoy. You go to India and other places to source your materials, but you're also designing them.
I'm also designing, not so much. I'm not designing the fabrics. Some of it I did over time,
Okay.
where I recolored or I came up with something that seems to work. Like I was inspired by a leaf over my head that I slept close to a particular palm leaf,
Right.
and then here comes a print. But in general, I just went through markets and different things. So it's in the travels that I was just gathering a smaller piece, a bigger piece, of this piece, of that piece, and then creating things from it.
Got it.
So I'm not a textile or a print designer.
Right, but you're designing the actual dresses and
I'm designing the clothing.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. And how?
And that's really a special thing too, because it's interesting how sometimes we think we can't do a particular thing because there's an area of that particular thing that you're not good at. So a lot of the times you shirk it and say, that's not for me because I can't draw. I don't draw well, I don't. And that was my thing, where I didn't necessarily think I could be a designer. Because I don't draw well. You know, I can do basic things, but I'm not this great illustrator, you know. So over the years, when I certain things like, you should design, I would dismiss it because I'm like, no, because this part of it. And so with that, I realized that I could once someone was able to understand what I'm saying. And so in that, you gather a team together that you can, the vision that you have, where they could help you to bring it to reality. So first I had to get a pattern maker and then say to a pattern maker, this is what I feel, this is what I see, you know, and this is a pocket, this is the size of it. I want tucks here. I want the hemline about this. I want another piece of fabric in between. I want ruffles here. I want a poof here. And they got what you meant. And that wasn't an easy road, but it was supposed to be the road travel because it's been amazing.
And it worked.
Yes,
and you're still working with this team?
Yes.
Yes.
I work with 3 families, 3 sets of families in India. You know, so that's the beautiful people that help this dream possible, along with everyone else that wears the clothes. And their family to me also. You know, like so it's even, what is it, two days ago, I'm on the phone because I got a phone call when I was in Jamaica that someone in one of the families journeyed on. So I was called to say, you know, and so I'm abreast of the births, the deaths, the marriages. I've been to so many different life passages with these families over the last, I think, when did I start my work with Martine? 2006. But I really felt like I got more of a solid footing and had the different energies and spirits to work with me would be 2008.
So that's quite a journey. So you're traveling, do you travel to India like once or twice a year, or just
no, usually
whenever?
It's once a year for a few months. But that's something else too. I'm a traveler. You know, I'm a wandering spirit, and I would go to India even if I wasn't doing Martine's Dream. You know, so it's part of the journey.
Sounds like it. So what inspired you? I read or I saw a video about how the Dream Shop came about. And now that the Dream Shop is I was very happy that I was able to go. That was when I first found you on Instagram. And
did you come to the Dream Shop?
I came to the Dream Shop, so I'm very happy that I was able to come. And that's
so you know what that vibe was.
Yes. And so now, what's your next step now that the Dream Shop is closed? What are you thinking? And did you want to do it to be more agile or just a different part of the journey now?
The Dream Shop closed because we had a notice so it wasn't something that I had decided, like just stepped out on, but I was having feelings towards it. And I always realized that spirit-wise always said I get these downloads or whatever, like it's, so I feel all the time this guidance, you know, And I plan less and less, I think, sometimes because I trust that guided space.
Right.
And we got a notice, when I say we, because there was 3 shops and I was in the middle.
Yeah.
And it was umbrellaed by a residential building.
Okay.
So the owner of the entire space sent everyone a notice, businesses and residents.
Okay.
And we had 1 month to
Wow.
basically leave the dream shop.
Wow.
But for me, it became something that was so powerful, and I noted it little after I heard from Karen, who was next door, that asked me, "Did you get a notice?" Because we did, and I was traveling, so I didn't get one. It wasn't, handed to me.
Right.
And for me, I noted. I said, "Whoa!" I literally came 360. Like it was a full circle. A full circle on the whole Martine's Dream thing, because I opened officially on my birthday, which was April 1, and the notice was for March 31st.
Wow.
So, and I took the shop in October.
Wow.
So that was really significant, because the October would complete a year in terms of me renting the space.
Yeah.
But I took the space, moved to do so because of a circle on the ground. That was it. I planned no dream shop, you know. And I took the space, but I was scheduled to travel. I took the space, pop up for a little bit, and went traveling.
Right.
And then I came back and finished it and opened it on my birthday.
Okay.
And then I got the notice for March 31st. So I released it. I didn't get any kind of anxiety over it. I didn't get any stress. I released it because I felt that was my message. It was time. Yeah. And that was it. It was time.
Makes sense. Okay. So I know before the interview we talked about you doing a book or books. What are you looking to have in those books?
It's shaping now, and it kind of revealed itself as a thing, a path I should take in going into the quiet times when a lot of us were home, and I think it was such a powerful time for me, because so much, I think I connected even deeper to so many things than I ever had, I think, in my life in 2020.
Yeah.
And 2020 going into 2021, there's this thing I usually do each year, where at the end of the year, I would collect 365 images. And that's a reflection and gratitude of the year gone by. So 365 images of people in the clothing, so I put myself through the ringer, exhausted, doing all kind of stuff to catch doing it before the new year hits, right?
Yeah.
So a few years into it, I asked people to start to send in images to help me to gather these, right? And going 2020 into 2021, posted this, I was about to post about it, and this image of a friend of mine, and she was in Antigua. And when I posted and I put certain wording on the image, I just stopped and I said out loud, I was by myself, and I said out loud, I see a book. And I didn't finish posting the 365. And then right after that, I started to write things. So it was this, just led down a path that I trusted, and I was like, okay, that's going to be part of what the book is going to be. It's going to be definitely a love story, because this has all been a love story for me, and people that wear the clothing and the love and support that I get. And so I wanted to pay homage to those people. So it would be images in a book, and many things will be added because I've been shaping it, and I got some beautiful confirmations from friends that flowed through, because I remember sharing it with one of my favorite photographers, and such an amazing, dope human being. His name is Ruddy Roy, and he came by to get a blanket wrap for the holidays. And I said, Ruddy, this is what I'm thinking about doing. And he's like, I said, I want to do this book, and I have some images that I just put on the wall just to see what it felt like. And he came and he looked, and he said, I love it. And then there was one image, he said, take out this one. And I said, why? And he explained to me, and I got it, And then he goes, you're ready. And he said, Martine's Dream has always been a a spirited
Definitely.
kind of thing, a
Yeah.
spirit that moves it. He's like, you're ready, you know. And then another friend too, Delphine, who is an amazing photographer and filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
Delphine Fawunda. I just named a dream picture after her recently.
Mm-hmm.
And she came through, and I was sharing some things with her, and she was like, this is what I see, this is what I feel, this is what, and I'm like, take a look at this, I'm feeling and seeing that too, you know. So it was like these confirmations from these other amazing humans
Right.
from the village, and I'm like, I'm on the path.
You're on the path.
Yeah.
And
then when they wrote on the walls when I was closing the shop,
I saw that on
the
Instagram.
writings,
Yes.
I took those images because I want them in there in some
That's
places.
gonna be
So
amazing.
it's, I'm flowing with it.
Yeah.
Don't have a deadline. I do lifelines.
Okay. Yep.
And so in that, it's yes, it's
I'm-
beautifully shaping.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm
excited.
looking forward to it. I'm excited already. And yeah, I will be looking for that book.
And it's more than one book in me. So yeah.
More than, yep. I definitely.
About the
definitely.
travels too. I mean, I have gazillion.
Yeah.
You know, I was sharing with you earlier that I have over 150,000 photographs that I've taken through my travels in many parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's all this beauty that moves me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I want to share that at some point as
Yeah.
well.
Where is there somewhere that you haven't been that you are?
Oh
want
my
to go?
goodness, it's so in me right now. So there is Ethiopia,
Okay. Yes.
where I'm already shaping that for in the next 2 months.
Okay.
Ethiopia, Rwanda.
Yeah.
So those are two, but it's going to be 2 months
Okay.
in East Africa,
That would be-
and so I'll see where I flow.
Yeah.
Because
You'll see a
sometimes I'd have some countries in mind,
Mhm.
and I do something else 2 days before, you know, and sometimes I will, you know, get in there
Yeah.
and then see where it goes, you know.
Yeah.
So I flow. I really, really do.
Right.
It's a big part of who I am. Yeah.
It comes through.
And there's many countries on my list. It's just
yeah.
I want to do Bhutan so much. I
Ah.
want to do Uzbekistan,
Mm-hmm.
New Zealand,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Madagascar.
Yes. Yes. Madagascar.
Mali,
Yes.
hallelujah, Mali. I want to do Mali. I was in the west of Africa in 2020, and
Mhm.
I sure I was my footsteps were gonna take me to Mali, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to meet the Dogons.
Ah.
It's
okay.
yeah, so many places.
So many
I want to
places.
see the whole world.
Yeah.
I want to see the whole world. I
It
want to
makes-
go into Mongolia.
That all makes sense. It all makes sense, and it shows in
Yeah.
what you design, what you bring back from all your travels.
I'm off the world, I feel.
Yeah. Yes. I'm just happy that I found you. Like I said, I found you on Instagram. I don't even know. You know, when you follow other things, you know, Instagram will suggest people. So that's how I found you, and I have 4 pieces now, so and growing.
Yay.
So I am
Big
just,
up to the Martine's dreamers, because I always
Yes.
say dreams are never realized alone. I couldn't
That
do
is
it
true.
without all the people that bring life to the clothing.
yeah, and
I'm always inspired by that. Like, it's magical to me.
when you bring the life to the clothing, and then when we put it on, you know, we feel that vibe that's already there, and then we just put our
Thank you.
own vibes into it. So
I love it. It's a
yeah.
shared space.
yeah,
Yes.
for sure. Well, I want to just thank you for taking the time and inviting me into your space. And everybody, Martine has a pop-up here in Brooklyn until the 24th of December.
24th, 2 to 8 p.m.
Yep.
And there's going to be dope people flowing through from the community, so different DJs. I have a beautiful human in the kitchen cooking
Yes.
some amazing Jamaican bites. And yeah, Crystal met her earlier.
Yeah.
She's very sweet, Pinky. And you know, it's community and love and all of that. So
Always.
it's 2 to 8 p.m. and yeah, I'm excited.
Yep. Same here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Martine, again, thank you so much. And
Thank you, Crystal.
stay tuned to Color Coded Style.
Yes, bless up. One love.